Welcome everyone to the second episode of American Ninja Warrior 2024. In this qualifier, we will not only have new competitors, but we will have new obstacles. Let's go check those out now. The first obstacle will remain as pole vault. Then it's the new twist and fly. Next is dangerous waters. Following that is duck duck goose. And the second new obstacle is ring the bells. Then of course, it's the warp wall. If the competitors can get through this course in under 55 seconds, they will have a shot at the 18.5 stud mega wall. Now let's get right into the runs.
To kick things off here in the second qualifier is Winner G222. Don't know much about this guy. He's kind of random, and that's why he's number one. Let's see how he does. On to the pole vault. Barely gets that jump. Does better than last episode's first runner, who failed the pole vault. Now on a twist and fly. Light push and falls off. That's going to do it there for Winner GG. Now the second runner following up that performance is Lizzie Ann 22. Don't know much about her. I think she's a Survivor fan. Not to be confused with Survivor fan. And she's off. Let's see if she can have a better performance than Winner G. Pole vault. Not many people have struggled with it so far in this competition. And this is where Winner G failed. Let's see if she can beat it. And gets it. Yep. Now just needs to dismount. And they're through. On to dangerous waters. The first look at it tonight. First one, second one, third one. And that's easy. Now on to duck duck goose. A lot of people struggle with this in qualifier 1. This was the cutoff, and we'll have to see if that'll be enough to get Lizzie Ann into the semifinals. Next up is what I would say a more underrated competitor in Ashlin Zack, 17-19. They usually do pretty good in comps. They really practice a lot, and usually those are my comps. So I've seen a lot of success out of him, but we'll see how he does here tonight. On twist and fly, a big swing, works out fine for him. Easy dismount. Dangerous waters, striding across those. A little jump method there. Like it. Now to duck duck goose. No one's completed this tonight. Doing the backward strategy for mobile. Doing pretty solid. And there you go. Just absolutely speeding through. Now on ring the bells. And no! Just misses the jump to the third one. And that's going to do it for Ashlin Zack. Now we got King Q 13456. Excuse me. King Q isn't around a whole lot. I see him in my games. He's competed in a couple of my tournaments. Not a whole lot of success. We'll see how they do today. Has a little struggle on pole vault there, but gets through. Now on to double twister. Taking some big swings there. Scaring me a bit, but he is through. Not the fastest pace to this time, but looks like it's working as he's on to duck duck goose. Taking a bit to get on the first duck. Getting a lot of swing onto that second duck. And the jump to the goose, and he gets it. And he dismounts. Now to ring the bells where Ashlin Zack fell earlier. Let's see if he can do it. And barely gets that third jump, and he is through. King Q, all he has left is the warp wall, and he's running straight up. And King Q will be our first clear with a time of 103. King Q is our first clear, and he will be moving on to the semifinals. Now coming up to the starting line, we have Gamer B122B, also known as Galaxy Gamer. I know he hosts a lot of minis in various games, so you may have seen him around. Getting through a little struggle on pole vault. Oh my gosh. Almost failed that. Now into twist and fly though. Good swing. And a good jump. And he is through. Dangerous waters. No problem, no fails yet today. Now to Dipping Birds. We've seen a lot of struggle between this qualifier and last qualifier. He gets that first one. And oh my gosh, and he just falls backwards off of it. Well, that's going to be it for Gamer B. We'll see if he can move on to the semifinals. Next up, we got Cooley Kid Wheel 2. I know a little bit about this guy. He's ran most of my competitions, I think. He's from Australia, if I'm thinking of the right person. I think he also has a brother that plays. Doogie fan. I think those are brothers, unless I'm wrong. And my bad. Well, he's on the course. Big swing there on Twist and Fly. And now into Dangerous Waters. And quickly on to Duck Duck Goose. One of the faster times we've seen to this obstacle. He easily gets that first one. Could be looking at another good run. But no, Cooley's down on the Duck Duck Goose, just like Galaxy. Unfortunate way to end their run. Now we come to the final runner of the qualifier before the runoff. It's VOR QX. I want to apologize on how bad this broadcast has probably been with those like 15 fast forwards, but I've not been one to edit much recently, so I'm just gonna do that for this episode. Well, besides that, let's get on to Cora's run. He's on Twist and Fly. Gets through that. VOR QX. I know he's made it to stage 3 in like Blue Ninja Warrior and stage 3 in Yaski, I think. So he's a good competitor. Let's see how he does on this course. Duck Duck Goose taking out a lot of people. Gets that second duck. Now on for the goose. Gets the goose. He's through. Ring the bells. Oof fell here, but Cora will not. And he will get to the warp wall, and we're looking at our, I think, 6th clear now. And fails the ball on the first try. Got 2 more attempts here. Either way, you should be moving on, but oh my gosh, and Cora fails the wall again. Well, I did say we're going to get our 6th clear, but I guess maybe not. He's got to get it here. The final attempt, and he's not going to get it. Cora, the first to fail the warp wall, but he will be moving on. Well, that's going to wrap up the qualifier, but here are the 11 people moving on. Noober Ninja 21, NES Ninja, King Q, Kogai of Wisdom, Captain Boys Hinningham, Cora, Ashlin Zack, Oof, Cooley Kid Will, Craft Battle Duty, and Blaze Powder. But there is still one more spot, and that will be determined by our runoff race. That'll be between Gamer122B and Tiller015. Let's go to that now. Alright, here it is, the runoff race between Gamer1222B and Tiller015. Both of these guys failed Duck Duck Goose in the qualifier. Let's see who will win the runoff and punch their spot into the semifinals. First obstacle is home run. Evenly matched through these jumps. Now on to spring forward. You guys didn't see this in the last qualifier. And Tiller goes down on it. Now the wingnuts for Gamer. He'll be moving on to the semifinals. Let's see if he can get himself a buzzer here. Now to hopscotch, another new one to this runoff. And he's got it. And yes, he does. That is a buzzer. And there's a Galaxy clone right there. He's trying to click the buzzer there. He gets it. So Gamer B will be our final semifinal spot. Thank you to everyone who stayed and watched to the end of this video. Again, I'm sorry for making this video shorter. It hasn't been very fun to edit recently. But if you guys do want to show me that you want more episodes, just tell me in the comments below, or a simple like works. You guys can expect episode 3 to be in a couple of weeks. But yeah, until then, peace out.